Alright, y'all. I am back. Today's my first time ever doing a solo video, but I have to start it off pretty sad. I lied to you guys. I told you that Wages of Pain was the best card in the game. That is not true. There's a card that I completely neglected talking about. Well, neglected is not even the right word. I chose not to talk about it because, like, low-key, I didn't want to spill the goo. But I don't get to go to Vegas. I don't get to go to Atlanta. I didn't get to go to Bologna. I don't get to go to Lille. So I'm gonna leak the goo. Why not? You know, like somebody else has got to play my deck because like I can't fucking be there. So here we go. I'm on 2 Ezreal. It's probably a bad start, but you know what? We'll leave the 2 Ezreals there. So I'll go over battlefields first. I'm lying to you guys like constantly. I don't know what to tell you. So Mirai Spire. A lot of you probably know what this does, and you probably think it's really bad. I think this card is actually broken. You'll see. It'll make more sense when I like show you kind of how the deck plays. But yeah, so Mirai Spire, it's like one of the best locations in the entire game. Rockfall Path is next. This location is units can't be played here. This is super good against Draven, super good against like a lot of decks, I'm not gonna lie. It's also super good against bad players, which is very relevant because bad players love to just slam the board and then sometimes you just don't have the out. Void Gate. This texture is good against like almost everything, right? Because your 3s turn to 4s, and then your 3s plus Stupefy's turn to 5s. And so that pretty much handles everything in the entire game. But so against almost everybody, I wouldn't make an exception to this unless you know you can get it into. Maybe this is okay if you know you can get it into, but I would always start here. I think this location is very good. You just gotta trust the process. Void Gate, yeah, so you realistically, whatever one is worse against your opponent is what you're going to pick second. And I feel like that should be obvious by now, but I see people literally starting with their best locations. I see people starting constantly with like, or going directly into their second best location next. You literally just burn the location that's worse. So like if they're playing Draven, you're burning Void Gate because they can't really win if you're playing this. Because what are they going to do? Stack? Nope. You have like a trillion ways to deal with everything the second it comes out. So like you just sit there and you're like, you don't want to play? I don't want to play. You can miracle and then everything's gone and I'm gonna kill your shovel. And then what are you gonna do? So I don't know. It's like personal preference. You have to really like understand how the deck works in order to like figure out where the battlefields are supposed to go. But you also can't really just really can't go wrong. Although I will say if you don't start with this one, you're probably losing. This is definitely your burn battlefield because nobody else can really use this. Okay, so 2S. One is a champion unit, and one's just an S. And then I'm on 2 pickpocket. This card's crazy. We're all sideboarding it, I guess. I don't know. I think the fact that everybody's making gold and seals right now, like if they don't have gold, they have seals because they need to be able to keep up with everybody that has gold. So this card just kills something and you get a gold for it. Absolutely disgusting. It's kind of like Wages, a little bit, but it comes with a 3 body too. So Fizz is next. Yeah, so this is the last units in the deck, and this is where I'm going to lose a lot of you. And I get it, but you don't need more. And I will explain why in just a second here. I'm about to show you the card I lied about. Fizz. Yeah, I don't really need to explain Fizz. It's just Snapcaster Mage. I mean, there's no way you're not playing that. You're playing like, this is very, very much like a, for my Magic players out there, it's very Azurius Control-y. It's just stacks plus like, don't let them play the game. That's the #1 goal. So here it is. This is my big lie. I didn't want to even like discuss this card, but if you don't know what it does, it is 2. I can't get it in camera to save my soul, but it is 2. No recycle. It is a gear. It says pay 1, recycle 3 cards from your trash, draw a card. So that sounds really mid, and I do understand because like when I first saw this, I was like, "There's no way that card's playable." Shout out to the boss for this one. Honestly, he really cooked the whole deck. I'm not even gonna cap. I made a few of my own tweaks just because we have like a little bit different play styles. And I think that's very important is for you to tweak your own decks and to play them with cards that you feel comfortable playing. Like there's cards you can be good at in this game. And I think that's very important. But so this card, the reason it's going to break Riftbound and probably get banned is because it changes the entire game, right? I'm playing no units. That doesn't matter though. I'll have them back eventually. I'm going to draw through my entire deck and then I'm going to sit there with 4 for the rest of the game and I'm going to recycle every single turn and put exactly the cards back to beat you. And it sounds really lame, but every single card in the deck is very much like respond immediately for cheap and then later you can respond for more. Once you have more runes, once you have like more spacing and time to do the things you need to do, dude, it's too free. They will run out of resources and they will sit there top decking, and you will have 20 cards in your hand, and you're like, bro, I just drew the rocket to beat the only card you could draw to win. And it's like, okay, sounds good, bro. This is going to change the game. And it's like 50 cents, so buy as many foils as you can. Scrap Heap. Everybody likes this card. It's just a +1 off as. Honestly, it's kind of a +2, because then you don't lose something else as well. But like, I don't know. It's kind of good. It's actually the card I sideboard out the most, just because everything else feels really like good into every single deck. But yeah, so Scrap Heaps, and then I'm on 3 blue seals. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm on 2 blue seals and then 3 purple. And I think this is definitely correct. I could see you not playing blue seals, or maybe even just cutting 1. It seems okay. A lot of people hate drawing these. I think drawing these later in the game, especially in a deck like this, it just means you're winning more, because you already have the responses in your hand. So like, if you have a seal up and you draw a seal, you just play the seal for free. Like, obviously you know you can do that. But what I mean is, like, now I'm winning by 1 in the resource game that I've already drug you through the dirt in. All right, so that's it for the gears. And then I'm on 3 called shots. Literally nothing to talk about. What are we doing? This card is too good. 3 stupefies. So a lot of people aren't playing this, or are playing 1 or 2. Oh, this is the best card in the deck, bro. I'm gonna just keep saying that. People really don't get like what cards are actually good for things. They just want to play a lot of units. You guys need to calm down, okay? Units are overrated as fuck. Like, just play spells, bro. But 3 stupefy, you're targeting things all the time, right? And then you constantly have 1 up. And so you're just gonna ping something for 1. This doesn't have to do anything, but it's a draw 2 if it does. So like, it's actually a draw 2 if it does nothing. It's a plus if it's not, because if you're using this in tandem with something else, that means you're already as drawing, and that's pot of greed. And so it's just like, this card is too good to not play at 3. Same with this one, but it also, if you have more units, you don't typically need it. One thing I don't understand, I see a lot of playing 1 Ez and then 1 or no retreats. This card, retreating Ez, is like your best play in the entire game. I'm not even funny cap. And then after that, we have 3 bellows. I think this card's disgusting. Let's be for real, dude. You're pinging things, you're minusing things. If you repeat it, you trigger Ez instantly. A lot of times you'll just do that, right? Because your repeats are free. So you're just like, sure, let me just ping that for 2 and then draw a card. And that is usually good enough. Plus you get it back later, dude. This is like, this card is so broken. I play 3 at max in every single deck that I can possibly find. If you can put blue cards in it, you should be on 3 Bellows Breath. Also, I know that sentence didn't make sense. It's okay. You can call me out in the comments. 2 Frigid Touch. Yeah, I mean, it's repeat. It's significantly better than Smokescreen. I don't think it's supposed to be 1 and 1. I think that 2 is pretty perfect. I mean, I kind of do understand though, because sometimes you need this Smokescreen. And so like, the idea is, right, you have 50 cards in your hand. You get to pick what you want when you want to. But like, consistency is key. And this card is just very good all by itself. -2 is good enough. Plus, you're benefiting off of playing cards in tandem with something, right? So if I'm Bellows Breathing and doing this, I don't have to repeat this. I can repeat this one, and there's like, either way you're drawing 2, right? But if you don't repeat them, it doesn't even matter. And this card also free S trigger. I cannot stress this card enough. I don't think it's 3 of, just because it is like pretty expensive, but like, dude, it's one of the best cards in the whole deck. And then Fighter Plate. This card is so crazy, dude. You just push everything wherever you want to. You do not let them play the game. One thing I will say about this is, a lot of people like to draw this and they're like, oh my god, I have a prayer. Let me just play it immediately on my opponent's next turn. Do not do that. What you're trying to do with this card is push really hard for them to like know that you're going to play it. And then you play it. But it's like, they thought about you playing it because it's the most impactful card at that point. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope you catch my drift. Rebuke. This card's pretty good. I don't know. This deck does not make as much gold as the rest of them, but like seals, dude, this card is free. 2, just bounce something, get it gone. No problem. They bring it back, you kill it with something else. This is pretty much your get out of jail free card, which you don't need very many of. You have 2. This is 1, and then Time Warp is also 1. 3 wages. So I said this was the best card on Riftbound. It's not. Garbage Grabber is, but like this card is insane, dude. Give me a gold, please, dude. This is so much better than Void Seeker. You're going up in, it's literally ramp. Like, what? This card is so stupid. I don't even know how you would compare this like Magic or any other card game. It's hidden too, so it doesn't have to be ramp. It can just be like a lightning bolt for 1. Sure, man. So I'm on 3 of this card. So the way they ruled it in Bologna is that if this is in your graveyard and you fizz it back, it does not go to the bottom of your deck. And like, I don't understand why, but that's the rule. And so this can't be a 2 of. It was going to be a 2 of. I am on 3 now because it's very important. It's a very good discard because you can fizz it back and it's still like insane. You bounce the fizz pops, bring back a wages, you've done 6, bring back a frigid touch, you can get rid of a 7. This card's very good. A lot of times though, you're using it on pickpocket because you're just trying to eliminate their resources as much as possible. Like you bounce a pickpocket, then you're like chain of stupefy, you're killing a 4, you're like killing a seal. They're not coming back from that, especially late in the game. Next I got the Rocket. This card is so stupid. It's 4, it's 1 blue. It's kill a gear or deal 4 damage to a unit in a base. So this is like as close as you're gonna get to Singularity in the main board, except it's a repeat, so it's really good for game 1 when you pick this location, because this costing the same as a Singularity and then being able to deal 4 something and then kill a gear is so relevant. And I know that this card looks bad, but you have so much mana, like that's all you have in this deck. Then we got the Warp. Yeah, it's just like a get out of jail free card, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think I went over these. Maybe I did, but it's 7/5, 7 purple, 5 blue. So yeah, probably already did that. That's cool. It's late. Just trying to get this one over with. This is like very anxiety provoking for me. I've never like done this by myself. I've always had someone to like talk at or talk to, and so it felt less awkward, but this is like not for me, man. So 2 factory recall. This card's very funny because, you know, like you're thinking, oh, they can just play it again. Yes, please play it again. Most gear that you want to hit with this costs recycle. And then, by the way, returning a GA, killing it that turn, it's broken. This card is so stupid. Vex. So I actually like this card a lot. A lot of people don't. I think that against Orange, this is like one of your best cards because Punch Burst is a problem, right? Like if all your stuff is minusing by 2, 3, and 1, it's usually enough to deal with stuff, but if they just give it +5, you're like, damn, bro. I see how it is. I literally have no way to get over that. But like at the same time, go left paint through recycle and 2 for a Punch Burst. I don't know. I like Vex a lot. Typically these are gonna go in for scrap heaps, or these are gonna go in for scrap heaps. Never both at the same time. That doesn't make sense against any deck. Like maybe one that I'm just not thinking of, but 90% of the time, dude, just stick to this. Like one or the other. This is good against some decks. This is good against the other decks that this is not good against. It's just how it is right now. This card, it goes in for Bellows Breath. So sometimes Bellows Breath is not big enough to deal with anything, no matter like how you go about it. Sometimes their boards are just huge. And so like 6, insane. I think this can be a downwell. This one I'm not like 100% on. I personally have liked this more because you're not playing the game anyways. And so you're going to tap all your units and deal 13 to all theirs. Like, okay, that works for me. Like, I wasn't even going to do anything. I might conquer for all point, try to speed this up a little bit. We can just wait. It's cool. I'll have 5 mana left after I play this. Time Warp. Another one, you know, gotta love it. What can you do without Time Warp? Almost nothing. Try to beat a Kai'Sa without another Time Warp. That shit is rough, dude. Kai'Sa is still a very good deck, by the way. I was definitely wrong on that. All right, so I'm trying to think of what other mental notes I want you guys to make here. The purpose of the deck is to never let them play the game. You have very little units, right? You're protecting these, not like, it doesn't really matter because the way every single game ends is you are Garbage grabbing back whatever you want every single turn. You're just picking the 3 cards you want to recycle, and then they're on the bottom of your deck. And you're going to see them again in 2 turns. That's how every single game with this deck ends. And so, like, late, if they kill these, you can just bring them back. It doesn't really matter. You're going to play, like, 9 fizzes a game. Like, this, this deck is so filthy. It takes forever. And that's another thing, is I need to talk about the way to just beat this deck, like, outright. But, yeah. So, like, you have very few units. Focus on them. They matter a lot, but they also don't, because they can always come back. And conquering for all point, don't worry about that shit. Just, like, they can even get to 5. And then you'll just, like, I'll poke for 1. I'll poke for 1. We're talking, like, 30 turn games, okay? You will eventually win. Like, it's 100% guaranteed. Your game 1 is not going to go to time. Your game 2 might. But, like, as long as you win game 1, that shit don't matter. Does not matter one bit. You just, if you're going close to time, you just push their stuff away or kill all of it as early as possible. And then, like, nothing is touching the board. And then you're going to get your 1 point off Ez, maybe 2. It's literally all you need, dude. It's really toxic, but it is the way to play, like, for money, for any prizing. If I was in Atlanta, this would be me, the monster. I get it, guys. We talked about control Ezreal a little bit. Y'all hate on it. You're like, oh my God, you're going to lose game 1, and then you're going to lose in time. And it's like, I'm literally never losing game 1. I'm going to gem grabber. I don't know why I keep calling it that. Garbage grabber, recycle every single card I need to beat you at the end of the game when you literally have nothing and I have 18 cards in my hand. It's literally so filthy. It is really hard, though. I'm not even going to cap. This deck, it takes a lot of brain cells. You have to play, like, ahead of time really, really bad. It's very, very similar to chess. It's just, you don't always have what you need right away, especially, like, late in the game, which is kind of crazy, right? But usually against a deck, if one copy of a card is good, the second one is good. And so you're going to play 2 around the same time, because that's just how this game works in a grind. And so you're going to dump them. You're going to put them back on the bottom of your deck. You'll get there eventually, but it might take a minute, right? So, like, the rocket is the main thing you're recycling because you can't fizz it. And the rocket will literally be every deck if you have 12 runes and they have 6 and they are top decking. I don't even know where to begin. I think I'm going to do a members video for this because there's a lot more to talk about with Ez. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't be in Vegas. I tried to get into Atlanta. It just is what it is at this point. Can't even really be upset. I'm just trying to push more content that I like and that is, like, important to me. I think people need to know about this because it will be a problem. But anyways, we'll see you next time. If I can figure out how to stop it.